3 Fiji, Judge 4 Philippines, and Judge 5 Sweden.
Well, there is Krista Kovalainen. Kovalainen, 27 years of age. Sa'ida Lamidi, Moroccan boxer, 23 years old. Our 5 scoring judges hail from Chinese Taipei, Algeria, Fiji, Philippines and Sweden. 10-point must system in effect. One boxer must score 10. So Kovalainen, reigning Finnish national champion, having taken top spot on the podium in a national championships last year. Neil Valentin is our referee. So we're underway then. This is action in the women's 66 kilogram weight class between boxers from Finland and Morocco. Boxer wearing red, trading out of the orthodox stance, is Krista Kovalainen, 27 years of age, reigning national champion of Finland at 66 kilograms. Her opponent, wearing blue, Sa'ida Lamidi of Morocco. Second bout of the tournament for Kovalainen, having eliminated her Cuban opponent, Jacqueline Estoril, Jacqueline Estoril of Cuba. Cuban women boxers in contention for an Olympic place for the first time after women's boxing was introduced to the Olympic program in 2012. Our co-commentator Nicola Adams was one of the 3 Olympic champions in that inaugural appearance for women in 2012, as Kovalainen looking to get the better of that exchange with some furious bent-arm punching. Cuban women's boxers appearing at the Continental qualifier in the Pan Am Games in Santiago last year. It was a Cuban boxer that Kovalainen beat in the round of 64, 37 women making up the women's 66 kilogram weight class. Overhand right was a nice shot to begin the exchange from Kovalainen, but Lamidi looking to dig away to the body in what is her first bout of this Olympic qualifier. Nice movement in the pocket from Kovalainen to make the shots from her opponent go overhead, and she's doing so once again. Really committing to that right hand is Lamidi, so much so that when it is off the mark, because of the good movement in the pocket from Kovalainen, her momentum ends up carrying her forwards and she's out of position to launch another shot.
Yeah, she is. Kovalainen just needs to get her feet under her before she starts throwing the punches, just like she did there. Just try not to fall in and fall into a clinch where it gets messy. Lamidi just needs to be careful that she doesn't get points taken off for holding and the rabbit punching bit in the back of the head.
And spoken to in no uncertain terms about that infringement by the referee, as has Kovalainen for excessive holding. Right uppercut not too far away from Lamidi. Nice left jab from Kovalainen, just again to disrupt the stance of Lamidi and foil her efforts to land the right uppercut. Another clinch with Lamidi looking to knock away with that right hand to the rear of the head. Competitive contest, this one. Kovalainen eschewing the stall as she makes her way back to her red corner. It's Lamidi who has taken it on a 3-2 split. Very competitive first 3 minutes. Judges from Algeria and Fiji preferring the work of the boxer from Finland.
Yeah, Lamidi just, I think she's starting to find her range a little bit better here, especially towards the end. The hooks. Particularly, there was an uppercut here. I'm not sure whether they'll show it on the replay.
She really did begin to look for that uppercut as the first round progressed, and her success came invariably with bent-arm punches. Off her stool early to begin round number 2. Kovalainen elected to remain on her feet in between rounds. And to the second round we go then. Hamidi in her first contest, this first Global Olympic qualifier, and there's more evidence of the rough tactics being used on the inside by both boxers, but particularly Hamidi again. Bent-arm successes at short and mid-range. Oh, that's a beautiful right uppercut. And Kovalainen just forced to hold on momentarily. She was coming forward to launch her own attack, and she was met with a sweetly timed uppercut from the backhand of Hamidi. What a shot! But she took it well, and she's got her boxing stance back beneath her. But the timing on that right uppercut was exquisite. Remember, 6 days into this Olympic qualification tournament, some 602 boxers lined up. This one of a number of 3-session days that have taken place to this point just to get through the sheer volume of bouts. This is bout number 346 on day 6 of the tournament. Remember, Kovalainen had that victory over Jacqueline Estenel of Cuba. She entered as the oldest boxer in the tournament at 39 years of age. She used to be a wrestler, Estenel, and won a medal in the 2015 Pan Am Games up in Toronto at 58 kilograms. But in the search for talented combat athletes, the Cuban system dragging her out of her wrestling retirement, and she switched to boxing. But her bid for an Olympic quota place came to an end in the round of 64, courtesy of Kovalainen. But Kovalainen got her hands full here as Hamidi has turned southpaw. And that's a shot on the break to the body, right beneath the floating ribs, as Hamidi remains in the southpaw stance. Her best successes as she lands a lead right hook out of the port-sided stance. Here's another one, followed by left, and then a right jab. Terrific portion of the round by Hamidi, with 50 seconds remaining in the second frame. And a left uppercut on the break out of the orthodox stance. Now twice within about 30 seconds of the second round, Hamidi has landed shots after the command of stop from the referee. One to the body, one to the head, and now she's really finding her range. Hard right hand dug into the body, and another one. Terrific attacks being launched downstairs by Hamidi out of the southpaw stance.
I think the body shot there from Hamidi might have hurt her opponent. She's putting her punches together beautifully. The uppercut, the right uppercut, is just timed perfectly.
So Kovalainen looking for a way in to try and breach this southpaw stance. There's a left hand to the body on the blind side of the referee. Terrific punch pick once again by Hamidi. So the second round completed, and Hamidi has taken it for 4 of the 5 judges. Only the judge from Fiji preferring the work of Kovalainen. Remember, Hamidi took the first on a 3-2 split, but has taken this second on a 4-1 split, meaning that she is leading 20 points to 18 for judges 1, 4 and 5. Kovalainen needs a massive final round, and there was the punch of the entire contest, perhaps the punch of the morning session so far, that right uppercut from Hamidi.
Yeah, that was a beautiful right uppercut. Perfectly timed by Hamidi there. I really like the way she's starting to put her shots together. I feel like she's growing in confidence as the rounds go on. I feel this round will be her biggest round. She's already off her stool and she's in the centre of the ring. She's ready to go.
So into the third and final round we go then. The winner of this will progress through to the round of 16 with a 2-time World Championship gold medalist Chen Yen Chin awaits. Kovalainen knows that she needs a big finish here, having conceded the first on a 3-2 split and the second on a 4-1 split. So she needs a massive final round, the reigning Finnish national champion, to bring about parity and take us into the realm of countback. And of course, in the sport of boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing, there is always the option of taking your opponent out of there inside the distance. And increasingly, As we progress through the round, that is the type of territory where Kovalainen is likely to find herself, unless she is utterly dominant between now and the final bell. Good left hand to the body from Lamidi, and it doubled over Kovalainen. And she really appears to be feeling the effects of these body shots now. Look at that, she has not stepped back into the breach yet. But terrific punching downstairs by Lamidi from both hands. And again, Kovalainen just using her experience to let the seconds tick by. Now, is this a point deduction forthcoming? And if it is, and indeed it is, so this puts a different complexion on the contest now. So let's give you a reminder as to how things stand. It was 20 points to 18 for 3 of the 5 judges in favor of the woman in red, Lamidi from Morocco. It was 19 points apiece for 1 judge, and the judge from Fiji had Kovalainen up 20 points to 18 after 2 completed rounds of boxing. Now, with that point deduction, even if Lamidi wins the round and nearby her scorecard reads 10, because it's their 10-point must system, one boxer must score 10, it would say 10 minus 1. So in effect, she can score no more than 9, even if she were to win this round, and that could well be very interesting. If Kovalainen wins the round and Lamidi was given 9 points, that will be subject to -1. There's another good right hand from Lamidi, who for my money is doing the better boxing in the round, but there is still 40 seconds remaining. Inaccurate with that big swing and a miss with the right hand. Left hook was landed on the inside by Lamidi during that exchange, and then a wonderfully accurate, crisp left-right from Lamidi, who is back as an orthodox boxer now. She's aware of the point deduction, and that is why she's looking to put clear daylight between herself and Kovalainen, but Kovalainen continuing to compete. Closing seconds of what has been an incident-filled 3rd and final round. Lamidi, there she takes a right hand over the top. It almost dislodged a mouthpiece from Kovalainen as she looks for that same shot once again. What a contest, my goodness, it was fought at a furious intensity. Nice to see that respect between the boxers and the opposing coaches. Kovalainen making her way over to Lamidi's corner. But that 3rd round, well, as we've explained, even if Lamidi has won the round, her scorecard would read 10 minus 1. So in effect, she can score no more than 9 in the final round. Or if the deduction is taken into account at the end, it could come off the entire total. So it could well be split. I happen to think Lamidi is going to get it, but that final deduction makes things interesting.
Re-game. And the winner by split decision. In the blue.
And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for Lamidi. But my goodness, she made things interesting with that point deduction in the final round. She was guilty of hitting on the break before the infringement. Then she was docked a point for excessive holding, but she has